Hello, Christopher Brent here, coming to you today with a musical podcast on the subject of playing music that you don't like. So, maybe you are a musician and your teacher has given you a piece of music that you just can't stand, and you're banging your head against the wall and you're asking the question, why do I have to do this? So I'm going to answer the question today of why it might be a good idea for you to do this, and I'm also going to talk about percentages in terms of the type of rep that you're playing and how you can take a deeper look at that to make your situation a little bit better. So I am a piano teacher and a music educator and a pianist from Michigan here in the United States, and I have played and performed music that I don't particularly enjoy, but it has all helped me grow as a musician. So let's break it down a little bit and talk about some details. So if you've been given a piece of music that you don't like for personal or spiritual reasons, that's a little bit different, and that is something you should talk to your teacher about. If you're given a piece of music that kind of goes against the grain of your spirituality or some deeper things along those lines, that's kind of a different subject, and you need to basically have that discussion with your teacher, or if you're playing professionally with the group or the label that you're dealing with or something like that. So that's kind of a different subject. I'm talking about more in the context of if you have a private teacher who's given you some exercises or scales or pieces that are maybe elementary or intermediate, and you're just not crazy about the types of sounds that are involved. How do you deal with this, right? Can you just play music that you like and not have to ever play those etudes and those exercises, or just those elementary pieces from the method book or something like that? Yes, I suppose you could, but you're going to be stuck. You're not going to be able to advance. And I suppose some people might be okay with that, but I tend to like the idea and teach the idea of striving to be a better musician than you already are, because I think you can end up just going round and round in circles, and that's not often very enjoyable, because there's just something about us as people on a journey. We want to discover more and more, right? And that's going to be a common thing in music. So should you study those pieces that you don't like? Yes, because it's going to help you develop technique, and it's going to help develop your ear. It's going to help develop your sight reading. There's so many positive things that are going to come out of it that will be applicable to another side of music that can help you grow in other ways. So you're going to be able to play more advanced music, and you're going to be prepared to do that when the time comes. You're going to have the technical ability to handle more difficult parts in pieces that you might enjoy. So, for instance, let's say you're somebody who likes the piece Clair de Lune by Debussy. Well, that's a very difficult piece. You should do some etudes. You should know scales. You should know a lot about rhythms and pedaling and all these things. So you have to do the pieces that lead up to that point. I did it when I was a kid. I did not want to do some of the elementary pieces that my teacher gave to me. I wanted to just go right to some of those advanced pieces and even skip some levels and things like that. And I had a moment there with my teachers that was difficult, but I said, okay, I'll do that, and I'm really glad I did, because I ended up learning what I had to know to tackle those advanced pieces. So that doesn't mean that in your rep that you should have only etudes and exercises and those pieces. If you want to have at least one supplemental piece that does kind of ignite the spirit of enjoyable sounds within you, you can talk to your teacher about that. And I think most teachers will assign you one piece that will ignite those flames of musical happiness within you, right? I often give students some exercises and some elementary pieces, and I might give them one supplemental piece that is there to really entertain that enjoyable side that they're looking at. So that's important, and I think a lot of teachers will certainly assist you in that. But you can't have all of your rep just be that, just being those supplemental sort of happy pieces, if we're going to call it that, right? You've got to have that sense of understanding there when it comes to how you need to grow as a musician, and you got to respect your teachers and know that their knowledge there is going to help you in the long run. It's about a healthy, holistic balance. It's like having a healthy diet, right? You want to be able to eat your fruits and vegetables and get your different food groups. I struggle with that, actually. You want to just have your dessert all the time, right? And chips and pop and all this, all that stuff. But that's obviously not going to be good for you. So that sense of balance is important, and also with young people, it builds character to play these pieces. And professionally speaking, it's going to help you, because when it comes to being a professional musician, you're going to have music that you're commissioned to perform that you just aren't crazy about. I've had to do it with many different styles. I won't get into the music I wasn't crazy about that I had to perform on an individual basis, but there's been occurrences, and every professional musician has had to perform music that they don't like. If you're going to seek a career in music, you're going to have situations where you have to perform music that you don't like, and you have to do it with the same effort that you do the music you do like. So that's what's going to happen, and you can't just kind of haphazardly do the music you don't like and expect to maintain a professional reputation. That's not how it works. So you have to be able to deal with music that you aren't crazy about in order to be a good musician. That's basically what it comes down to. Now, there's the aspect, like I was saying earlier, if there's something particular about the music that kind of goes against the grain of your spirituality or what you believe in as a person, then that's a different story. You have to basically hold your ground on that. But I'm more talking about just basically dealing with the types of compositions that you are not crazy about in terms of just maybe the sounds or the rhythms and things like that. So keep striving to be a better musician, and there will be a reward in the long run. That's especially the case when it comes to studying classical pieces, where you have to really, really dig in and do your homework on all of these concepts that are taking place, that these elementary pieces that you're studying often in the early years are going to help you for. So study those pieces, do your homework on all of that, because it will benefit you in the long run. So if you have questions, you can email me at chrisbrentmusic@gmail.com, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and visit my website at www.christopherbrent.com. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.